Hello ladies! Today I wanted to go ahead and show you another project of mine. This one is my versatile neck warmer. The way that I have designed it, it can be used for a child's neck or an adult based upon the way that you can situate the buttons at the end. It is easy to do with simple crochet stitching. This can be paired with the hand warmers that I also showed how to do in a previous video, which I will link. It's the same double crochet stitch. I have also added another stitch which is optional that you can do to add a border. You can add a scalloped edge for a female or a ribbed edge for a male, which I will show you how to do towards the end. I have used Lion Brand yarn in the same 100% wool in the color oatmeal. For this one, however, I'm using a larger hook, which is an 8mm hook. You'll also need a pair of scissors and a tapestry needle. I also want to take note that I have found that you can go ahead and use something like a natural body balm to keep your hands nice and soft for projects like this. For me, my hands tend to get a little bit dry, especially in the winter and from frequent washings in the kitchen and so forth. So I have found that using my body balm helps just to give your hands a smoothness as it runs across the yarn. I'll go ahead and also link my homemade body balm that you can use to do this. And this is what you see me using in the video. Projects like these gives you the ability to provide for yourself and family. You can crochet so many different items, from hand warmers, neck warmers like we're going to be doing today, scarves, sweaters, and so much more. You're going to start, as always, with your slip knot, which is simply wrapping the yarn around 2 fingers, moving the yarn that is toward the back forward, and then moving it once more forward again, pulling up and making that adjustable slip knot. You're then going to make your foundation chains. The foundation chains are going to be adjustable according to the length that you want. So if, for example, you wanted to make a scarf instead, you would make yourself more foundation chains so that it would accommodate for the length of the item that you want. In this case, I chose 62. It's best to measure your foundation chain so that you can have a standard each time. Remember, your measurements are also dependent upon the size of the person that you're making it for. So if you would like to make it for a smaller person, your chain and chain length should be shorter, and if it's for a larger person, it would be longer. Once you've finished your foundation chain, you're going to go ahead and do your double crochet. Some people will go ahead and start chaining within that very first chain that your loop is attached to. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and use the second one. The double crochet is just a series of repeating steps. What you'll do is yarn over, insert your crochet hook, bring a yarn through with you. This will end you up with 3 loops. You're gonna then yarn over again and end up with 4 loops. You're then gonna pull your first yarn over through into the first 2 loops. Then you're gonna yarn over again and pull through your last 2 loops. So it's like a stepwise fashion and repeat. You are then finished with your first double crochet. You'll repeat this all the way down the chain until you reach the end. the first round of our work, make sure you get into that very last chain at the end. Once you do that, you're going to make one chain by itself, and then you're going to turn your work. This one chain by itself and then turn the work is what you're going to repeat each time. If you would like to have more clearance, you can also do 2 chains instead of 1. It's just dependent upon what you would like to do. So you can tailor this turning chain according to what your needs are. Make sure when you are doing this next step that you are inserting the crochet hook into the second one down from the top of your chain so that you don't use your turning chains. So count down from your turning chains and make sure you're not including those turning chains into your double crochet. Now you're at the end of your work, and if you'd like to do the optional ribbed border, this is what you'll do. You're gonna work off of the edge. You're gonna make a total of 7 chains in order to repeat this pattern. But you'll have to add one more chain so that you have it as your turning point or your turning chain. So you will make, instead of double crochet, single crochet stitches down the length of the chains that you have made. For single crochet, you're just going to directly insert the crochet hook into the back loop, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through. Once you do this, you end up with 3 loops on the crochet hook, and you're going to continue to repeat this pattern. You're also going to need to attach this border that you're making to the work. In order to do that, you're going to have to slip stitch your yarn through to attach, and that's what you're seeing here. Insert the hook, and then you're going to pull through, and that is what will give you that attachment there. Once you've done that, you're gonna again make your turning chains so that you have enough clearance and room. You can make 2 turning chains for this stitch pattern. When you do that, make sure you're not working into those turning chains, because if you do, you won't get an equal number of rows each time. So make sure you're counting down as you go along. I always counted down that I've done 7 stitches each time. Continue doing this on both sides until you get that ribbed border. If you'd like the scalloped border, you can definitely take a look at the video where I made my hand warmers and where I added that feminine embellishment just to give it another extra touch. Once you're done with your ribbing, you can go ahead and sew on your buttons. I have arranged them in such a way that I can make it to be versatile. So this can be worn as a little capelet. It can also be worn as your usual neck warmer, just based upon the way that you button it. So you want to arrange it the way that you see fit in terms of how you'd like to wear it. What I do is the pattern here so that I can make it to be the most versatile as possible. And in doing this, a child can wear it as well as an average sized adult. And this is dependent upon how you choose to arrange it when you wear it. I hope that this has been an inspiration for you and that it has been helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Continue learning and doing the best you can to make sure you are doing all you can to be more sustainable. As always, all the best, stay well, and I will see you soon.